Hi there, this is Nicola and welcome to my channel, Forever Young Autobiographies. It's the place to learn how to write and tell life stories for family and friends so that unique memories can live on for future generations. I'd love for you to subscribe and hopefully like this video. Now before I go on, I'd just like to let you know we've got a bit of a power blackout happening today, so the lighting might not be great. And we've got some tree loppers / roadworks happening, so any random noise, that's what's going on outside. But today's topic is all about autobiography definitions, biography definitions and memoir definitions. But first, a little story. In my house, we've got a couple of kids and they come up with made-up words all the time. And they usually obviously refer to something specific, but for whatever reason, it makes logical sense to them, or they can't quite say a word yet. They make up their own. Example in point would be my youngest. He likes to call kangaroos bop-bops, which is quite funny, but that's the sound effect he makes when he's talking about kangaroos or wallabies. And yeah, so we've all started calling kangaroos bop-bops. Makes complete sense in our house, but no one else knows what we're going on about. Another one is my daughter. She's come up with a new word for hail when it's hailing. She likes to say, oh, it's ice cubing, because that makes sense to her. You know, completely made up, but again, we've adopted it. And I raise these stories to sort of illustrate the point that as a society, we do have lots of different words to indicate one concept or one idea. And in today's video, this is life story writing. So let's jump into autobiography definition. Now, I'm a journalist, I work at a daily newspaper and I use the Macquarie dictionary pretty much constantly all day. It's provided for us. So I'm going to go with their definitions in this video. And yeah, I think they're really good. So according to Macquarie Dictionary, which is an Australian dictionary, autobiography is a work created by a writer about their life. So the key concept here is it's the story of the life of a writer or someone making the document. So that's pretty much a no-brainer. It doesn't give specifics like it includes a birth or a death. I would argue that, yeah, you usually would include your birth and your death. And that's partly why the definition is why I've called my website Forever Young Autobiographies, because it's that all-encompassing life story. So that was an easy one, but okay, let's jump into biography definition. Now, slightly different, but you may be a bit confused because through our schooling career, work career, even applying for social networks, they ask us to put in a bit of a bio. And everyone thinks, okay, that's just a little spiel about what we want people to know about us, a bit about our lives and our interests. But technically, that's not what a biography is. Now, again, referring to the Macquarie Dictionary, we can see that a biography is written by somebody else about someone's life. So the difference is who's doing the writing. Whereas with the autobiography, it was the actual writer's life story, but for a biography, it's not the writer's, it's somebody else's. So it could be, in this case, you could be writing about another loved one. So that's a really important distinction. Now, the third one is memoir definition. Now, when most people say, oh, I'm writing their memoirs, you know, they're writing about their life story. So it is a term that's used all over the place and might not technically be accurate. So let's jump in again with Macquarie's definition. Now, we're sort of saying memoirs is a specific point of time or a specific collection of events relating to one topic. So a memoir is sort of just a snippet or just a slice of your life story, and it's usually written by the author. So written about the writer's life. So examples could be childhood memories, early working career could be a memoir. Maybe travel could be a memoir. Maybe even your service history. Maybe you served in a war, that kind of thing. So it's just, you're not telling the whole story, you're just narrowing your focus in, you're just telling a snippet. So there you go, there's the 3 definitions. But, okay, we're going to talk about biography versus autobiography. So most people, when they want to write their life story, are referring to an autobiography. So they're including a bit of background, maybe about their parents and their heritage, but they're going to include their birth all the way to present time. And they're going to cover not just the facts and the details, which includes the joys and the struggles, but they're also going to give reflections. So maybe about the lessons learned, what wisdom they've picked up. So that is really what most people are referring to. Now, some might want to just hone in on a memoir, but basically it is an interchangeable, these terms are all interchangeable. But if you want to narrow it down, I would say autobiography. But we do live in a world where, like I alluded to in the intro, we use words interchangeably. And that's why you'll see on my website, Forever Young Autobiographies, I do use those terms interchangeably so that people can discover the site and through search terms. And we do interchangeably use the words. So there you have it. Just to recap, all you need to know about biographies and autobiographies. So number 1, an autobiography is usually about the life of the writer. Number 2, a biography is about a life of someone who is not the writer. A memoir is just a slice of life about the writer. And these terms can all be used interchangeably over the internet and elsewhere. But basically, we're telling stories about our lives. Now, telling stories about our lives is it's a very precious and worthwhile thing to do. So yeah, I'd love to hear if you're working on any of those. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you'd like more information about anything I've talked about in this video, I've got a full article in depth on my website, foreveryoungautobiographies.com. And there's a free bonus down below for viewers. If you'd like to make a start on your autobiography, memoir or biography, then I've got a training for you. It's completely free. You can sign up down below, and it's a set of exercises which I'll walk you through, and together we'll nut out the key memories for your autobiography or life story. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you liked this video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And until next time, happy writing.